Another week in Destiny, and that beckons another booster. So right off the bat, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you there is a Vanguard Reputation booster. So if you had anything needed to be done that involves Vanguard Reputation, whether it's just ranking up, getting the Ascendant Shard for free, the exotic engram farms at the end, if you somehow manage to reset multiple times this week, getting those ornaments for Ascendancy, regardless, if you have a reason to rank up your Vanguard and your Strikes playlist, now is the week to go and do it. But aside from that, it is another week in Destiny, so let me go about and tell you all the things to do. Now, for our quick knockoffs, we have, for our rotation matches in Crucible, there is Clash available, which is straight up 6v6, no objective, kill them all. So, there's no real challenges entangled with that, so there's not much to do aside from just play a not objective Crucible mode. Now, for Vanguard, we have Exodus Crash is our current Nightfall, available for GMs as well. And for GMs, we have Adept Izume and Adept Plug 1 available. Now, that is an adaptive solar sniper rifle and a vertical frame arc fusion rifle, if you don't know what those are. And modifiers for our Grandmaster are Arachno, Fallen Vandal Spawn, Web Mines, Overload Barrier Champions, Shaft for no radar, and the typical Grandmaster modifiers of Match Game, Equipment Lock, Extinguish, Limited Revives, and Mob Champions, with the Thavix Implant where incoming arc and environmental damage is increased. I would highly recommend anyone run double arc resistance for this whole strike. Other things that aren't going to be doing arc might be a little bit more nasty, but arc is the most abundant and most nasty. Now, moving in, I'm not even going to check Gambit because I know exactly what it is, and checking our Legends tab, let's see. It is, I believe, Atheon Challenge, yep, Ensemble's Refrain, which means it is Corrective Measure, I do believe. That's just shooting from the head with recovery-focused armor for our Master Armor. So if you want to get a Crucible set for recovery, now is the week to run through Master just to get armor. Now, checking on back with Europa, we have the Survival Simulation with the Dark Priestess Empire Hunt and the Eventide Ruins Eclipse Zone. And for Deep Stone Crypt, we have the Of All Trades Challenge. That is Tenix Part 1, or Nuclear Descent Challenge. Basically, every character, every person involved in the raid has to participate in every role at least once in teams of 2. So I would do Suppressor, give it to my teammate, then I would do Operator, give it to my teammate, then I do Scanner, give it to my teammate. And everyone else would have the same sort of chance. And checking on the moon for the challenge in Goodness Salvation as well, we have Leftovers. I still don't know what that is, but if you know what the Leftovers challenge is, I mean, hey, it's available, so go ahead and do it if you want Enlightened. Now, going in and throughout the world, let's see, I'm not forgetting anything, am I? I don't think so. Yeah, so one more week until the 30th anniversary event. So if you want to just gouge your eyes out of Destiny and just ignore it for a whole week, I wouldn't blame you. I'm kind of doing that aside from the required videos. And I will say, if you take a week off just to come back and blast through Destiny, that is going to be much approved. And most people are doing that right now. Now, going through our roles, I didn't check Light.gg for what Ada has, so I'm just going to take a peek between. Now, for weaponry, we have False Promises again. This role, Overflow, Eye of the Storm. That's a mixed bag of rolls, because I know Overflow can be real handy for PvP if people aren't expecting double ammo capacity. That can very be advantageous, but I don't know how I'd rate that roll. And then we have Grave Robber Demolitionist on a Lonesome. This could be handy PvE-wise, just because of the... Oh, it's got a good set of perks for stability or range and a ranged masterwork, ranged rounds, and flared mag roll for reload. That could actually be a pretty good one. If you somehow run a sidearm build in PvE, that could be a solid option for you. Now, 7th Seraph VY7. Wow, that's a tongue twister if I've ever heard it. Now, this roll isn't exactly one I choose, but it's still a good one. Pulse Monitor for reloading after you get half damaged, I believe. And Dragonfly for the aforementioned explosions and crit kills. Good perks all around, either bigger mag size or better range, better stability, or better range and stability. Oh wait, better range and stability, so that might just be the better option. That is honestly a solid SMG. It's been a while since I actually ran praises on it. And Wishbringer, a rapid fire frame threat detector snapshot, and maybe a good one for Crucible if you know you're going to be surrounded by enemies a lot. And yep, doesn't he have a spike? He's not going to check that. Ooh, oh. So I would definitely recommend this Bad Omens roll. Field Prep is very underrated for heavies Because honestly, just because of the fact that you get more ammo for free with heavy rounds, not to mention faster reload when crouched, which is very, very noticeable, this is a super handy perk. I would recommend it, especially on rocket launchers. Now, it let me hold 10 rockets on a Zenobia D back during Forsaken. Now, cluster bombs, of course, for bonus damage. If it had impact casing, I would wholeheartedly say get this, but it doesn't, so not much to say there. Now, one moment to let me check something, and I will get to you on whether or not we're even doing armor rolls. Okay, so I checked light.gg, but there was only one thing that stood out to me, and this is going to be the thing to check. Okay, so there is a 58 roll that does have pretty high spikes in both recovery and discipline, which are good stats for a warlock, but also high mobility. Aside from that, there hasn't been many actual good things. There might be higher spikes here, but I mean, I would not take a 30 roll if it meant I had one stat in every other category. Aside from that, that is everything in for now on the reset. The Bungie has been very lax heading into the 30th anniversary event because they want to go essentially all out. This is obviously, it's the 30th anniversary of Bungie. It is a very big deal for them, and they want it to go awesome, smooth, and make sure everything is well polished, especially just because of the sandbox rework that's coming. Aside from that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and this has been the Reset Update. I'll see you in the next video.